I believe that it's kind of, and I always go back to biblical references, not because I'm an annoying Christian, but I just like truth. And I notice that truth comes out of these testimonies that I see.
Yep.
And the one thing that I've realized with humanity, God or no God, it's your access.
Yep.
And I think that's why God reflects the heart. He doesn't reflect your actions. He reflects your heart. Because let me give an example, pornography. I don't watch porn. The reason why I don't watch porn is, one, it's unhealthy.
For me, before you carry on, I don't watch porn because it's genuinely uninteresting. Like
It's gotten weird.
You could put porn on and I'd be like,
Yeah.
I just don't get it. That's the thing.
And also, for example, I like to practice the monogamous relationship. So when I get married one day, I know my girlfriend's not going to be at the prime model look when she's 50 or whatever she is. So I got to practice that this is the only woman that I have. It's diligence.
Correct.
Okay, so opening up the access. Look at a man who's watching pornography. I fall off the wagon every once in a while. I'm not sitting here saying that I'm perfect. About a year, maybe 2 years ago, I was watching porn, and there was, back in the day when I was growing up, was like your stepmom.
Yeah.
And to me, that was always weird because I'm like, dude, that's your, like, still, it's your mom.
Yeah.
Now it's your mom. And then when I, last year when I tried, I did a KSI and Sidemen thing where it was Impulsive and Sidemen. We did this collab, and there was a girl who does porn there, and I made a joke, and I go, look, I'm stuck. And it went viral, and I realized, I'm like, everybody laughed at this joke because they know what I'm saying. And it's this porn style thing where if women are stuck, then men would come and have sex with them.
Yeah.
That's rape.
Of course it is. Yeah.
That's rape.
Yep.
And these men are enjoying this.
Yep.
So what is this teaching them? That you could take what doesn't belong to you. And I think a lot of the things that they're programming these kids to do actually comes first through pornography because you watch it in secret and you're not really dabbling with your men what you're watching. It's kind of like a mustard seed that grows.
Yep. But then the question is, are they doing it on purpose? This is where you go deeper down the rabbit hole.
This video is sponsored by a freaking beast of a product that I absolutely love, electric e-bike. Now, you guys always hear me talking about me riding my electric bikes, but there's a bike out there right now that is the perfect bike for the holidays. Perfect for your wallet, perfect for your entertainment, perfect for literally everything. I'm talking about for traveling, right? You don't want to put it on the hitch. You want something that could fold and you could put in your trunk, take to the beach, take to your mother's house, take it to somebody who likes bikes, but you're like, hey, let me unfold mine real quick, and then we could just ride together. You want one zippy, fast. You want one that has good durability, that's safe when you're riding. You want one that you could take everywhere, anywhere, at all times. Well, that's electricebike.com. Get hundreds of dollars in free accessories with your electric e-bike purchase this holiday, including America's best-selling e-bike, the XP 3.0. Visit electricebikes.com. That is LECTRICE bikes.com. If you're dyslexic like me, I'll write it right here for you. Please visit the website. Who's doing it on purpose?
Well, there you go. Then you go deeper down the rabbit hole.
Okay, let's go deep.
Let's accept pornography is bad for a society. Let's accept that to be a fact.
It is a
fact. It is true. Okay,
Yeah.
so pornography is bad for a society. Okay, why are they trying to destroy the society? Who are these people? What is their end goal? Is their end goal the sexualization of children? Is their end goal 12-year-olds to sit there and watch pornography and want to have sex? Is their end goal to confuse 12-year-olds to want them to try and change genders? Is that their end goal? I don't know. Is that why they take down the country's flag and put up another flag? This is another thing you have to understand. We talk about the Western world being fallen.
Do you mind moving that mic towards your mouth?
We talk about the Western world being fallen. What even is the culture of the Western world anymore? We have gang signs, and we have frozen food, and we have the pride flag. What else? Like, what even is there anymore that unifies us in any regard? I mean, I'm pretty sure, and I've never tested this, I don't want to find out, I'm under enough matrix attacks, but if you were to burn an American flag and burn a pride flag, you do more time for burning the pride flag. It's a hate crime. So you have to actually then understand is, okay, if this is destroying society, is it being done on purpose? And what is the end goal of it? And who's doing it in the first place? And then it gets really scary. I agree with everything you're saying about pornography, and I agree with everything you're saying about monogamy. I'm just trying to analyze the world and how it actually functions, and how do you fix these things? And
setting examples, leading by example. My question to you is this. Let's label this group of people that I want to label so we can always circle back to it. What would you like to call them? The Matrix?
The Matrix.
The Matrix. So the Matrix is there. Do you feel like the Matrix is hyped up using media? Because think about it. When I walk around and I have discussions with people, not a lot of people have the same agenda that the media is having. And I think people are keeping up with it. So do you think they're flexing their power? Let me give you an example.
Yeah.
God is all powerful, all strong.
Yeah.
The devil isn't. But
Yeah.
what his power is lies.
Yeah.
So he confuses you. God uses faith, the devil uses fear.
Yeah.
Do you think the Matrix is just full of shit and they're just fear-based?
Oh, they're absolutely fear-based.
So what is your goal? If you had to fight, like you are fighting, and you're banned from, what are you banned from? Like,
Everything.
but you're on Twitter.
Elon bought Twitter and restored me. Before this, I was banned on Twitter also. I'm banned on...
Why did you get banned?
I got banned because you get 3 lives. And the 3 lives are, first you get canceled and banned absolutely everywhere. And the second life is they try and put you in jail for something you didn't do. And then the third life is they assassinate you. And I'm now on my second life, as most people have experienced in real time. I got banned because I became monumentally popular. I became hugely successful. I became the most Googled person on the planet. And then they make up a reason to get rid of you. And I'm banned on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, SoundCloud, Uber, Airbnb, Gmail, WhatsApp.
You can't get an Uber?
I can't get an Uber, no. Gmail, WhatsApp, you name an application.
All for standing up for what you believe in.
Well, yeah. I mean, I made some satirical jokes, of course. And
Could you give me an example of something that you've said that you may have crossed the line?
I don't think I ever said anything that truly crossed the line. I'm going to stand by this because I don't believe in regrets and I don't believe in sitting here and saying sorry for anything because I'm not a coward. If I made a video 10 years ago that got 84 YouTube views, and me and my brother were joking about how women can't park and women shouldn't drive.
Yeah.
And then I became the most Googled man on the planet. And then that is found. And then a bunch of feminists get upset by it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit here and beat myself up over that. That's life.
Yeah.
Oh, well, shit happens.
But also, like, stand-up comedians make the craziest jokes. Like, I was in a comedy club and they're already making jokes about Palestine. And
Of course. I mean, comedians make jokes and rappers sing about murdering people. So it's completely a double standard to come along and say that whatever I said was enough reason for me to be canceled.
Well, that scares me because censorship is the scariest thing to me
Bro,
in the world. At what point can we not worship our God?
My phone, the day the cancellation started, I'd open my phone and app by app, one by one, logged out, logged out, logged out, logged out, logged out. And in sync, I was sitting there for 2 hours and every 20 minutes a new one would just log out.
Were you scared?
I knew the Matrix was real. I knew how the Matrix operated. I knew that there's a centralized power. I was scared because I knew I'd used up my first life. And then I started saying on all my podcasts, they're going to put me in jail for something I did not do. When that happens, you have to know it's a lie. And I said it about 15 times. And then 7 months later, I ended up in a cell. So I understand exactly how the world works. So yeah, I was scared. But I also believe, and I draw a lot of strength from my religion. We talk about God. I think God gives you strength. And I also believe one of the primary objectives of a religion, which ties back into what we were saying earlier about how the world could be fixed if men and women stay together and monogamy. I think the primary objective of a religion is to preserve a culture. If a religion doesn't preserve the culture, then it's failing in some regard. You should look at a religion and look at the culture underneath that religion and say, okay, it's a successful religion because the culture is adhering to its creeds. So I understand that it is my battle, if I believe in God, to try my best to preserve the culture. And then you're asking, how do I fight the Matrix? I think you fight that via masculine empowerment, and I'll tell you why. Because we were just sitting here talking about how the devil uses fear, and you're completely correct. And I think that women are easier to scare than men. And I think that now we live in a society, especially in the West, where women have been empowered to the point, well, I'm not against female empowerment, I'm not a misogynist, but they've been empowered to the point where they're more powerful than men in most scenarios.